Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie with Open World Games, and we are talking about Far Cry 4 today, but I've got a question for you. What is your all-time favorite Far Cry games? The original Far Cry 2, or Far Cry 3? Let me know in the comments below, but let's get to it. Let's talk about Far Cry 4. Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie with Open World Games, and I am joined once again with Super Rebel. Say hello.
Hey guys.
And Brett from UV Central.
Hey everybody.
And don't forget Dan, he could not join us. He is known as Silent Core. We hope he could join us in the future. We really look forward to him joining us next time. But we are talking about Far Cry 4, and we've got a bunch of questions from the community. You can leave your questions below in the comments or follow us all on Twitter. Tweet us your questions. They will be included in the next broadcast. So our first question, is there 4-player co-op in Far Cry 4? And Brett, take it away.
Sadly, there isn't 4-player co-op, but there is 2-player co-op, so that's a first for the Far Cry series. And to be honest, 2 is a pretty good number. Like, I find myself when I'm with friends and there's 4 of us, we just goof around and we don't really focus on the gameplay. But with 2 people, you can actually do that and you can plan out stuff a lot better than if there was 4. But maybe one day they can add 4-player co-op, because it's always good to have that option there for some people.
What do you think, Super Rebel? Do you think that's disappointing they have only 2?
Yeah, I completely agree with Brett. And another thing that I was really stunned by what they did is the tickets to Kyrat as well. Or keys to Kyrat, I believe it was.
Okay. That
pretty much blew me away. As you are aware, someone who doesn't have the game can still play co-op with you.
Right.
So that's pretty cool that they have that option as well.
And
that is really cool, but it's sad that they only did that for PlayStation users, because I myself am an Xbox guy, so I would love to see that on the Xbox. And it's really sad when like companies do this, like have exclusives for one thing. And it's a really good exclusive, but like they should bring it to the Xbox platform as well, because like everyone should have this. Like it would be awesome to give 10 codes to my friends and they could actually have the chance to play Far Cry 4 for free.
Yeah, so, one code is 2 hours of game time, right?
Yeah, so far they could add it, like add more game time. Like if people think that's too short, they could always add more.
Another thing I believe is possible as well, which is kind of evil, but you basically have control of their time session. So if you decided you wanted to stop it at like 10 minutes whilst they're playing it, you can actually do that. And that's it, they can't go back on. That's pretty nasty. I'm not encouraging anybody to do that at all.
Yeah.
Don't
not
do it,
saying that.
Now that everyone has heard that they can do that, though, they will. So thanks, Super.
You're welcome. It will come in handy. It will seriously come in handy, trust me.
You little rebel.
Because you can give it to one of your friends and maybe you can have an argument with them like later that day and they go home and use your ticket to play Far Cry 4. You can let them have like 10 minutes and then just click the big red button and that's it, they're off.
Yeah.
It's pretty nasty. Again, I'm not encouraging. That would just be horrible.
Well, my whole thing is I hope that they do eventually do 4 players. I'm sort of disappointed that it's not 4-player co-op, because that's like the magic number anymore. Borderlands did it, most games do it, even Assassin's Creed Unity is doing it, because I have 2 brothers and I play with a bunch of friends, and I would really like for it to be 4-player co-op.
Yeah. Another thing I'm really looking forward to as well is the vehicles. We have the gyrocopter, I believe that's how you say it, or gyrocopter.
You got it right.
Really
gyro.
That looks really, really awesome. I cannot wait to fly that.
I know, a helicopter.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
And the best vehicle, an elephant.
Yeah. I heard you could strap those 4 things with C4.
Can you really?
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah. They're like my favorite.
They just die?
They are literally one of my favorite creatures on planet Earth. They are so close to humans. I don't know if you guys know this, like in their emotions.
This means we can like run them over, shoot them.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Imagine like running one over in a vehicle and then they fall off the mountain. Like, God.
Oh.
Yeah, then you just jump off and then fly and see it falling to its death. But it would probably already be dead if you ran it over, but still.
Yeah.
I would imagine it will like affect your vehicle as well, due to its weight.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool how you can just get off of it and then let it take over like a village, like and kill everyone. It's awesome, and it like steps on people.
It's really realistic as well.
Yeah, I can't wait to play it.
Yeah.
So here's a good question: will there be competitive multiplayer in Far Cry 4?
Yes, Ubisoft hasn't really shown this yet, but they have confirmed it, and it will be returning. And hopefully they bring back those kill cams. I really liked when I died because I could see myself in like slow motion. See, yeah. Dude, that was amazing. I really hope they bring that back. And another thing is, if you won the game, you can actually pick like a thing to do to your other the other team.
Right, much like Killzone. Killzone
Yeah.
has that same feature.
Yeah, I really love that feature. So hopefully they bring back those two things and make it. They said they're going to focus on it a lot more and make it more competitive than Far Cry 3. And I really liked Far Cry 3's. It just didn't last that long. But the time I was playing it, I really did enjoy it. So hopefully they make it more competitive and make it last longer.
Yeah. It didn't work out for Far Cry 3 because I think it was the map design and then also the servers. The servers were not good at all. So I really hope that they work on that for Far Cry 4.
Yeah, and they do have good intentions too. Like, they're always trying to improve it. Like, they know what they did wrong with Far Cry 3, and they're going to try to improve on that for Far Cry 4. And hopefully they do, because multiplayer is a big part of some games, like Call of Duty. Like, no one really plays the single player. Like, I do, personally, but not a lot of people play it in those kind of games. So maybe multiplayer can be a huge part of Far Cry, as well as the single player.
Well, what I would think that would put multiplayer over the top is definitely adding invasions. You know how they had invasions in Watch Dogs, but this time... I just think it would be so cool if you could invade as a tiger or something like that. Something really different where you're going into the jungle, you're hunting, and you don't know if this tiger is controlled by a human player. You're pretty much screwed if it is. That would be so awesome.
Dude, that is a really good idea. Like, I never even thought of that. And they did it with Watch Dogs, but I mean, making you a tiger would be even better. Yeah. And it's seamless too, so you wouldn't notice. And hopefully hopefully they don't have like a slow motion button. That feature was awesome. But like, you would know if someone's coming into your world if you did that or push the start menu. So if they do that, they had to find fix those glitches where people know how to get around it. Because it would be so awesome if you just go and hunt, like you said, a tiger, but it's actually a person, and then they dodge your arrows when you're shooting at them. Yeah. That's a really good idea.
And then when you go to the bounty board, you know how you go to a bounty board or your missions and you select, go hunt this rare pelt of an animal. Well, the rarest animal is going to be a PvP player. You know that they're going to be invading you, and it's going to be a challenge. I would love to see a system like that in the seamless world, open world, not outside of the open world. I want it right in there with the story, side missions, and everything. That would put Far Cry 4 over the edge for me.
It really would, and a lot of people would love that because it's something fresh.
Yes.
Like something new, Yeah,
they really do need to do something new. I really think that the multiplayer offering for Far Cry 3 was really, just my opinion, was really poor. So I hope that they really consider doing something extremely unique to the Far Cry series down the road. So there's been rumors that Ubisoft is pursuing a survival DLC for Far Cry 4. They really want to make it to where you go up into the thick atmosphere, you need oxygen, then you gotta get food, you gotta hunt to survive. What would you like to see from a survival DLC, and would you like to see this, Brad?
I personally would love to see that. Survival is a big thing right now. A lot of games are doing it. And one of my favorite games is State of Decay, which was on the Xbox. And that was like one of my favorite survival games. And for Far Cry, it kind of makes sense because the single player itself is like a survival game. In Far Cry 3, you were rich and you never survived on an island before, but you did it and you turned into a new person. So yeah, I would really love to see that because it does fit in well with Far Cry.
It really does.
The franchise.
It really, really does. This is one thing when I heard about it, I was like, this is the perfect DLC idea. They really don't have to change the existing open world that much, They just need to add this on it and have new parameters to surviving, and especially in co-op. That would be... That would put the game over the edge. That would be incredible.
Yeah, I would really love to see a survival DLC because I don't know why. It would just make it a lot more challenging, and it would be really fun to do as well with friends in co-op. even if it is playing with like one other person, I think it would be pretty cool. And another thing that I would love to see is a sort of like zombie mode. That probably does seem crazy, and that would be another really cool thing to have as well.
Yeah, a lot of people will agree with you about the zombie mode because that is just something that is so popular. Anywhere you go, it's like zombies. So I would definitely like to see survival too. I really do hope that they do that. So how big is the map size in Far Cry 4?
Ubisoft has stated that it is actually the same as Far Cry 3, but their goal wasn't to make the map bigger because bigger isn't always better, to be honest. But they actually did make it a lot more dense, and there's a lot more environmental stuff, like there's avalanches.
Okay.
Yeah, now, and it's just a lot better, to be honest, because it's new and there's mountains. And a lot of other games, there isn't really mountains, and this time it's actually like an environment thing. Like, you could actually die if you go too high.
That's
yeah,
really
I
cool.
heard that. It's really cool.
Yeah, you're gonna
Definitely
need oxygen.
realistic as well.
Yeah.
Another thing I was thinking is we could actually like purchase cars, maybe, well, vehicles, I guess you could say.
Okay, I didn't even think of that for Far Cry. For some reason, that doesn't. I don't know if that would be pretty cool if they did do that.
It'll put the money to use as well. It won't just be pointless.
Yeah,
at the same time. And then you can use it to customize your weapons, possibly, maybe gear as well, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you too. Like in Far Cry 3, like you would have to go to radio towers to unlock weapons, which didn't really make sense. And then you could get the weapons for free at the store. Like you didn't really have to buy anything, so the economy was really weak in Far Cry 3.
They usually do that with their games. You have a tendency of really downplaying the economy. It'd be cool if the economy really was useful in their games. I'm really hoping that they tap into that more.
Yeah, I really want the money to have some sort of use in Far Cry 4. Then again, if it doesn't in like story mode, it definitely will in multiplayer.
Yeah, definitely.
Robbie, do you actually think there's going to be Easter eggs referring to other Ubisoft games? Because they have been tending to do this a lot. Like we've seen in the Watch Dogs, they've referred to Assassin's Creed. They've also referred to like some of their other games, like Rabid Rabbids, or I don't even know what it's called. Okay. But do you think it will be in Far Cry 4?
I sure hope so. That would be cool to see. I wouldn't mind to see like Assassin's Creed references, and even The Division. That's an upcoming game, another one slated for 2015, 2016. Now that game I would really like to see some references to, just to prepare people and get it in their mind that, hey, The Division is coming. You want to prepare them for that, so yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and make it like, they should make it really hidden, like, and only put a couple in there. I know people love a lot of Easter eggs, but it would be cool to see just a couple and like make it so hard for people to find, and when they find it, it's like an amazing Easter egg.
And one more thing before we leave, Far Cry 4 releases November 18th, so guys, circle that on your calendars. So guys, that was Far Cry 4. Let us know if you are excited about this game. Say goodbye to everyone. Super.
See you later, guys. Once again, hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you missed either of them from last week, there will be a playlist. Hopefully, Robbie will make one. If not, Robbie, make one.
I will. I'm on it. Go ahead, Brett.
As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if you guys enjoyed the podcast. As always, leave comments in the comment section down below if you guys would like suggestions, topics, or just have questions for us. And also follow us all on Twitter.
Yep, and don't forget, all of this information is going to be included in the description below. Check out their YouTube channels, their Twitters. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you next time.
I love you.
Adios, amigos. That is probably the worst goodbye ever.
So I asked him, would you like to see Survival DLC, and what would you like to see from it? So go ahead, just answer when you're ready.
Yeah, I would really love to. Let me start again. That was so bad. I really stretched that, yeah. I hate doing that. I don't know why. I have a really bad habit of just stretching out.
Sound like Sylvester Stallone.
Alright, start again. Yeah, I would really love to see. Shut up, Brett.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Getting violent in here.
I'm leaving. God, I hate this.
Right. Fun fact, there's a new SpongeBob movie coming out. I saw a trailer.
Oh, yeah.
So epic.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I have literally watched every single episode of SpongeBob.
Wow.
I just don't know how to go to the cinema without a kid and buy tickets for it.
I'm eating a Big Mac now.
Are you? You're making me hungry.
I have a question as well
Okay.
to ask you.
Okay.
Was either of your dads a terrorist?
Um,
Because you are the bomb. See what I
Oh
did
my
there?
god.
Well, Robbie's my dad, so.
I am the
Did you just
adopted father of
Wait,
Brad.
did one of you guys just fart?
No.
Because then you blew
That's
me
my
away.
chair. That's my chair.
Brett took it. Brett took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, one more question. Do you like Taylor Swift?
Oh man, I was gonna ask you that. I was just gonna ask you that. We all know the answer for you, Brad. You love
We should
her.
definitely. These are bloopers,
Yeah,
alright?
I don't like her. I don't